Hello, and welcome to another episode of Come with the Light and Reveal, where every Wednesday we talk about one of the beautiful stained glass windows here at NoHo First. Today, I have the story of the temptation of Jesus. First, look at the symbol on the top of the window. This is a symbol of Christ called a kiro. It is a monogram in Greek of the first two letters of the word Christ. The letter that looks like a K is the Greek letter named chi. The letter that looks like a P is the Greek letter named rho. The sound of the letter chi is like our k, and the letter rho is pronounced like our letter r. Legend reports that this symbol was the sign that Emperor Constantine saw in the clouds, in which there was the message, "In this sign you will conquer." This was what inspired Constantine to declare Christianity as the official religion of the Roman Empire, the same Roman Empire that had persecuted the church for many, many years. Now turn your attention to the story down at the bottom of the window. The picture of the temptation of Jesus is reflecting of the story found in the Gospels of Matthew, Mark, and Luke. Immediately after his baptism, Jesus goes into the desert and stays there fasting for 40 days. Why 40? Well, 40 is a pretty significant number when it comes to a sign of struggling, fasting, and most importantly, testing. It was 40 days that Noah was on the ark throughout the storm. It was 40 days that Moses was on the top of Mount Sinai to receive the 10 Commandments. And it was 40 years that the Israelites suffered through the desert after they left Egypt. At the end of 40 days, Satan came and tempted Jesus. First, he tempted Jesus to turn stones into bread and ease his physical hunger. Then, he tempted Jesus to test God's love by throwing himself off the highest point of the temple and relying on angels to keep him safe from injury. And thirdly, Satan took Jesus to a high mountain and showed him all the kingdoms of the world. That is the temptation that is reflected in our window. Satan promises Jesus all the power and splendor of the world if Jesus would but fall and worship him. But in every case, including this third one, Jesus refutes Satan by quoting a verse from Scripture. We see two figures in the window standing on rocks high above the plain. Satan stands on the left, Jesus stands on the right. Coiled at Satan's feet is a serpent, a symbol of his temptation since the time of creation. Behind them, in the distance, is a city that represents all the kingdoms of the world. But Jesus, once again, resisted. Now this story, The Temptation of Jesus, was dedicated in 1958 as a gift from the Reverend Rollo E. Dunham and friends. Thank you so much for joining me for yet another episode of Come with the Light and Reveal. Hope you have a great week, and I'll see you right back here for another window and another story next week. God bless.